And it's okay to work on you. When you work on you, you are a better person for yourself and for the people around you. Hey you guys, Courtney Shanae here, and I am back with another video. So listen, if you are new here, please click the subscribe button and join the squad, because what are you waiting for? So you guys, in today's video, we are going to be breaking it down. Like, we are going to get deep, you hear me? So we are going to be jumping into healing and letting go of envy and just becoming the women we were created to be. So if this is you, and you are looking to get down in there and heal those traumas, move on from those bad relationships. If you are looking to stop hating on people, like, nobody wants to be a hater. So it's time to get out of that haterade vibe and become the women we were created to be. So in order to live the life that you dream of, it's time to heal. It's time to let go of that baggage, sis. It's time to let it go. No more being the bad lady. Like Erykah Badu said, bad lady, you're gonna hurt your back. Listen, you are hurting your back. You are hurting your destiny by not healing and growing from those bad situations that you've endured. It's time to forgive yourself for the things that you've done in your life, the mistakes you made. A lot of us hold on to that, oh man, I can't believe I did that, or I wish I would have done this differently. No, it's time to heal. It's time to finally forgive yourself for the mistakes you made and move on within your life. It's also time to forgive those people who may not even know that you hold something against them, because a lot of times when we hold grudges or we hold on to hurt that someone did to us, we never even tell them. So they go on living their lives, happily go marry, and we over here making ourselves sick, making ourselves angry because we're holding on to something that we just need to let go of. So if this is you, it's time to forgive those people and move on. And I'm not saying that you have to grow a new relationship with those people. I'm just saying it's time to forgive them and move on so that you can be the best version of yourself and live the happiest life that you want to see yourself live. And I'm not saying that forgiveness is easy, because it's very hard to forgive certain people. Like, some people may have done some things that seem unforgivable, but it's time to find a way to heal and move past it. So one thing that I like to do in my healing journey was to write down, like on a sticky note, write down some names of the people that may have hurt me in the past, and even write down my own name, and choosing to take that little piece of paper, burn it, get a lighter, burn that paper, and saying, I forgive this person. I no longer hold on to that pain, and I choose to be happy. So I've done that plenty of times, and sometimes you may have to do it over and over until you finally feel like you forgave that person. So it may take maybe more than one time to do it, maybe 3 or 4 times, maybe 10 times, but do it as many times as you need to until you feel like, okay, I'm no longer holding on to a grudge, I'm no longer hurt, and I'm choosing to forgive them. And another thing you can do is go to therapy. Listen, therapy will change your life if you choose to do it. Like, when I did therapy, like, it's some things within us that we don't even know that we hold on to. It's like, man, when you go to therapy, they make you look at things in a different perspective. So you're like, man, I didn't even think about that. Like, certain relationships you have with certain people, or the way you react in certain situations, some of those are just traumas, and the way you react are connected to some of those traumas that you dealt with as a child. So a lot of us have a lot of healing that we need to grow and do. And if you feel like you cannot do this on your own, I highly recommend going to therapy, because listen, therapy will change your life if you let it. I'm telling you, if you do the work and you let them people get that cry out. Don't be afraid to cry, and don't be afraid to share it with that person, because they are not going to share it. That is their job, to help you be the best version of yourself. So I highly recommend therapy, 10 out of 10. So another thing, when choosing to heal, you have to focus on yourself during that time. It's so easy to get wrapped up in what everybody else is doing, but during that time of healing, you really got to be locked in on you, locked in on forgiving people, locked in on healing those childhood traumas, locked in on being happy, locked in on you, sis. So it's okay to go on your little bubble during your healing phase, because so many times you get this person in your ear telling you one thing and another person telling you another thing. So it is very vital to kind of get in your little bubble, stay to yourself while you're in your healing phase. And then once you feel like you're on the other side of it, then you can come out your little bubble and be like, hey, y'all, I'm back. I had to work on me. And then it's okay to work on you. When you work on you, you are a better person for yourself and for the people around you. So this next thing, I know a lot of people may not like, and a lot of people struggle with it, and it's not even on purpose. Sometimes you grow up and this thing is kind of taught to you, like you're taught this. They don't teach you intentionally, but you see how they move. So in return, you move the same way. So the thing is, it's time to heal and move from envy. You cannot be jealous of people. You cannot hate on nobody because you only block your blessings. So it's time to look at it like this. That person may be where they are, but you don't know the struggles that they had to go through and endure in that season. Like, you don't know what they went through behind closed doors. You only see the fruits of their labor, but you didn't even see the labor. You didn't see the tears that they cried. You didn't see the nights they went without eating. You didn't see the 24 hours of no sleep. Like, you didn't see that process. You only see the fruits of it. So when you're thinking about, oh, how come they are where they are, you don't know the hard work it took for them to get to where they are. So don't hate on them, just congratulate them. And another reason you shouldn't be envious of anybody or a hater, let's just say a hater. We just gonna keep it real. It's being a hater. So listen, hating on other people literally blocks your own blessing, because you may be wishing they didn't have what they have and putting that negative energy and that negativity out into the world. And you know what they say, you get what you give. So you put that negative energy out into the world, you are only going to get that thing back. And you don't want to be out here blocking your blessings. Listen, I don't know about y'all, but I got too many things that I want to see happen in my life. And I can't be out here blocking my blessings because I'm jealous of somebody and what they have. And I'm wishing they don't have it, when in all reality, if I work hard and if I did what needs to be done, I can be where they are. I can achieve the same goals that they are achieving. So you just really have to realize that anything that anybody else has in this world, that it can be yours if you do the work and if you stay focused. Because you, like I said before, you don't know what it took for them to get to where they are. And you just have to understand that whatever somebody else has, you can easily have it. If you want to travel, if you want to be wealthy, if you want to have your 850 credit score, listen, this can all be yours with hard work and staying focused on you, not focusing on what they doing over there, not being a hater, not watching behind the scenes, hoping and wishing that somebody else failed, but just realizing that anything you want to see happen in your life can happen if you focus on you and do the work. I'm just going to say this again. You can't be out here blocking your blessings, sis. Being a hater will literally block your blessings on the things that you may have already en route to you, or the things that you want coming later on. So if you get bad, it's because you gave bad. It's just that simple. That's just going to be it on that. Once you get past healing, and once you understand that you don't have to be a hater, you don't have to be jealous of anybody, because anything that they have you can get to, or even better. It's just up to your work ethic and how bad do you really want it. So after we get past that, it's time to be the women that we said we were going to be, and the women of our dreams. So you remember being that little girl and saying, when I grow up, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. You need to have that imagination again. You need to think bigger again. So it's time to get that notebook out, sis. Get the notebook out and start back dreaming big. Start back believing that I can be anything in this world I want to be. I don't care how old you are. I don't care how young you are. You literally can be an overnight success if you choose to be, but you have to believe that. So it's time to start daydreaming again. It's time to start having the imagination that you did when you was a little girl. And don't let anybody taint that. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't. Just believe deep down in your soul that I can make this happen if I just dream a little bigger. So get your notepad out. Start writing down the things you want to see happen. Write down the year goals. Write down your 5-year goals. Write down your 10-year goals. Write down the things that you want to see happen in your life, and do the work, and watch how much will happen just because you wrote it down and you start believing that it can happen for you and you did the work. And in order to do and be the woman you said you wanted to be, it's time to, like I said before, let go of those bad habits. Start replacing those bad habits with good habits. So say if you smoke cigarettes, you know cigarettes aren't the best thing, and I mean, to each his own. But say you want to stop smoking cigarettes, start doing one little thing a day. Maybe stop smoking so many a day. Maybe start down to 2 a day, and then eventually 1 a day, and then eventually just quitting cold turkey. Like, you really can do anything you put your mind to. You just have to believe that it's in you to do it. It's also time to stop doing things that don't fall in alignment with the woman that you want to be. Like, it's so easy to get sidetracked. It's so easy to follow the crowd. Like, everybody going out, I'm gonna go out too. But you got to stay in alignment with the things that you want to see happen in your life. You want to stay focused. You want to stay in alignment with the woman you said you wanted to be. So anything that doesn't fall into that line, it's time to let it go, because you can't afford to have another year like last year or this year. If these weren't your best years, you can't afford to have another year or two like that. So it's time to get serious. It's time to be the woman that you said you were going to be. It's time to stick to your word. It's time to stay disciplined. It's time to stay focused, because so many times we get sidetracked and we make excuses. No more excuses, sis. No more excuses. It's time to be about it. And also, you always want to make sure you're surrounded by people who are genuinely happy, people who will hold you accountable, because it's so easy for us to fall back on the procrastination bandwagon. We don't want to get on there. Listen, I'm claiming that none of us are going to get on the procrastination bandwagon again for the rest of this year or into the new year. We are going to stay focused. We are going to stay on task with our goals. We are not letting up all 2024, but make sure you have some people in your circle that see when you're falling off or see when you're taking a step back. They check in on you. They're making sure you're good. And they like, hey sis, do you need anything? Can I help you with anything? I see you ain't been posting like you used to. You need to get back on it. Have some people like that in your corner. And if you don't, it's easy to find some people online who may fall in alignment with the things that you want to see happen in your life. Hey, if you need to, get you a mentor. People sleep on mentors, but mentorships and mentors will have you leveling up like never before. I can honestly say every time I purchased or invested into a mentor, I leveled up within my business and within my life, because they make you see things outside of what you can see. They literally are paving the way for you. They did all the hard work, so they can give it to you in an easier version. So invest in a mentorship. Invest in yourself. Take these classes, take these courses, and do the work. It's so many people that take courses and classes and invest in mentorships, but they don't want to do the work, and they never see what happens if they do the work. So they blame it on others. Don't be that person that blames everybody for their mistakes. Like, take accountability. Be the woman you said you was going to be. Do the thing that you said you was going to do, and stop blaming others when it don't happen, because it's nobody's fault but your own. It's time for us to stop playing the blame game and get serious with ourselves, get serious with our word, and get serious with creating the life we want to do. Because I don't know about y'all, but I'm trying to travel next year. I'm trying to be wealthy. Like, I'm trying to flip some property. It's so many things that I want to do, but I have to start getting serious now. So I might have to cut back on a little things. Like, I feel like I cut back on some stuff. Like, I do my own hair. Listen, my makeup. Listen, we wearing press-ons. We ain't going to the nail place right now. We got to get serious about saving this money. And in order to do that, you have to make sacrifices. But just know the sacrifices are only temporary. They won't last always. You only sacrificing for the moment, because once you get to where you want to be, you don't have to worry about cutting corners and taking a step back and doing the small things. You can start doing big things. It's really that simple. It's just, how bad do you want it? You got to think about, how bad do you really want this thing? How bad do you really want the life of your dreams, to be able to travel, to be able to buy whatever you want, to have no limits? Like, don't that sound good? It sounds good to me. It sounds good to me. But seriously, y'all, 2024 is almost here. I pray that we all, not just y'all, me too, that we all decide to stay true to who we want to be, stay true to our word, and just not letting anything or anyone come in between the life that we said we wanted to live. So that is it for this video, you guys. I really hope this helps somebody. And if it does, let me know in the comments. Leave a comment. Share with a friend. Share with your mama. Share with your sister. Share with your cousin. Share with anybody who may benefit from this video. Until next time, y'all be great.